Credit card debt rose to a record high last year. Credit card interest rates also rose to a record high. And now Americans are starting to fall behind on their payments. This suggests that even with strong jobs growth and solid retail sales numbers, many people are struggling, and things could get worse, and soon. I'll explain what we're seeing in the debt and delinquency data, just how much these rates are rising, and why this pickup is so concerning. Let's get into it. US retail sales in January saw the biggest increase since March 2021. Americans are spending big on drinking and dining out, new furniture, and electronics, data from the Commerce Department showed. But data also showed the largest increase in total debt in 20 years during the fourth quarter of 2022, and the largest increase ever in credit card debt. So far, overall delinquency rates are still low, but the New York Fed found that credit card delinquencies were rising at a faster pace than at any time since 2009 for people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Americans in their 30s have racked up a huge amount of debt since the pandemic, and that debt is still growing.
And credit ratings agency TransUnion projects that delinquencies will rise to the highest level since 2010 this year. Being delinquent means that a borrower is more than 90 days late on a payment. A new survey from Bankrate.com also found that more than 1/3 of US adults said their credit card debt outweighs their emergency savings. That was a record high in 12 years of polling. This could be especially concerning because it could cost consumers more than ever to pay this money back. The average credit card interest rate has risen to over 20%, according to Bankrate. That's the highest level ever recorded, dating back to 1985. In fact, 2022 saw the steepest single-year increase of all time for credit card interest rates. Why does this matter? It suggests that not only are people buying things they can't afford, they're digging themselves deeper into debt. That can add up fast, and it can crowd out the amount of money that consumers have to spend on other things. And when consumers pull back on spending, businesses do the same. That historically leads to layoffs and a vicious circle of negative economic events. We're also seeing this happen in the midst of some other concerning data that typically indicates a recession is coming. Purchasing managers' indexes, which show how business owners feel about their company's sales and revenue each month, have fallen to some of the lowest levels since mid-2020. And we're seeing banks raise their standards for lending money, while also saying that they're seeing declining demand for loans. Consumers' expectations of business conditions and credit conditions also declined in January, according to the Conference Board. The group noted in its latest report that it expects high inflation, rising interest rates, and contracting consumer spending to tip the US economy into recession in 2023. A lot of folks are just trying to get by, like the late great Tupac, who said, "I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. It's hard to be legit and still pay your rent." That's all for now. See you next time.